the idea behind the short film is to expose something that I don't think a lot of people who are not in the Black community are aware of.
My great-grandmother was extremely, in the Black community, what we call is color-struck. And actually, Zora Neale Hurston had a famous play called Color-Struck. And it's when someone really has internalized this idea of colorism and that white is right and white is better. So my great-grandmother didn't like people who are darker, you know, and so when she had encountered her darker grandkids or great-grandkids, she's, you know, just kind of like, well, I don't know about you. And so, yeah, those are painful experiences.
Well, I'll give a personal explanation like I do for everything. My brother is a percentage Puerto Rican, and he's considerably lighter than I am. We go out together, people look at us, and they don't think we're related. They usually think that we're dating, and they ask why her, or you know, why didn't she get someone else, or whatever. I guess considering that I'm brown to dark skin, I'm not acceptable in the stance of beauty to be with him.
Okay, like for instance, up until around 17, if he was darker than me, like my brother Chris, I'd probably be like, oh, he's such a cute little chocolate boy, but I wouldn't talk to you.
I have a grandmother who, every time I walked into her house when I was a little kid, just from playing basketball in the summertime, she'll say, "Ooh, boy, you're getting dark."
If you look at media images, for instance, the images of what a quote-unquote beautiful Black woman is, you're less likely to see a brown-skinned woman, right? You're more likely to see someone who is light-skinned. And then those kind of things are so pervasive in our society that even within the community that people begin to consciously or unconsciously embrace them.
Look at what influences our society these days, hip-hop, rap music, and look at who's in those videos. It's always like the light-skinned girls or the white girls, Puerto Ricans, but you never see a dark African-American female in these videos.
Let's be real. It's affectionate now. I mean, so many songs where I want a red bone, long hair, you know, stuff like that. And if you don't fit that mold, you're kind of thinking like, well, he don't want me. And that's a deep problem.
It is not unique to African Americans. Actually, this idea, this need to privilege whiteness, one sees in cultures and communities and ethnicities across the globe that have experienced colonialism or some kind of contact with Europeans, right? So even in cultures, in countries rather like India or in Latin American countries, there are these hierarchical grades with respect to people of color, with respect to people, period. That then get embraced and are used to dominate and subjugate individuals.
African Americans, a lot more than I probably realized, because I came from a very Afrocentric family. A lot of Black people don't like to admit that they're descendants of Africans.
Yeah.
People who are from Western Africa.
Oh, I'm Indian.
Yes, there's this idea.
Ashamed of it.
Yes, there's this idea that if you're from Africa, that you're poor and you're dirty and that you're not worth anything. And we associate that with darker skinned people.
What do you think we can do as a society or as an individual to maybe enforce that Black is beautiful?
To be more conscious about the complexity of representation and not just that we're there, not just even, because you know, you often get people say, well, is it a positive or a negative representation? And it's more complex than either or, right? And to have that kind of critical analysis at the forefront of the development of those kinds of images and representations, then I think is a way to begin to impact the way people think about shades and colors within a group.